You know how people are posting those posts with like their significant other and they're like, this is my why. I love those videos, but I talk too much for that shit, so I gotta tell you. First, for anyone new, yes, I do have a husband. I know, weird situation. It gets weirder. But anyways, even though my husband and I were like, squared away now and everything, when we first got together, it was not like that. First of all, at the beginning, we were always on and off. He was not sober, he was trying to get his life together, wasn't quite there yet. Neither one of us was ready to settle down. But eventually, we did end up making the decision to become official and like stick to it. And at this point, he pretty much had his life together. Like, he was almost done with a training program in building construction technology. That's hard to say. He had stable employment and everything, but he still hadn't gotten sober. Well, during this time, my baby's daddy was still alive, so my son would go with him on the weekends. Now, during these weekends, I was already a nervous wreck with my son not being with me. He was with his dad. Like, it was scary. His dad did not have a track record of making awesome decisions, but I had no choice in the matter. It was a court order. And my husband, he lives all the way in Vermont. So this was our only time to like date in person without my son, because he was really adamant about like, I don't want to meet your son until like we know that this is like actually going to go somewhere, which I think is great. But what's even greater is he knew I didn't really like driving on the highways. I mean, I can, but I don't prefer it. And I was nervous because sometimes his dad would call me early and ask me, hey, can you pick him up? So my now husband got sober at that time, and he stayed sober. It's been like, what, 7 years now? His initial reason for becoming sober was so that on the weekends, which is usually when he would drink, that he would always be sober in case we got a call and we needed to rush home to my son and we needed to get there as quickly and safely as possible. I know they always say, like, you can't get sober for other people, but I don't know. Those same people I've heard talk about that you shouldn't take psych meds because it interferes with your relationship with God. Not sure I'm buying. Anyways, how amazing is that? So yeah, that's my why.